Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the what is the CRUD operations in a Spring Boot. So let's see. CRUD operation it means the create, read, update, and delete. CRUD operation it contains the students form which contains the add, view, delete, update. If there are the two sides. First is the front end side, and second is the back end side. Uh, in the front end side, we use the Visual Studio Code for client side, and back end side we are going to use Spring Boot. That's called as a server side. Uh, let's see. Uh, we are going to create create a class in a Spring Boot that's called as a employee class employee name. And if and in an employee class we can add some methods or some names in an employee class. And if you want to add some data, some student data in your Spring Boot, then you can add method. You can create add method, delete method, or update method. If you want to access some data from the client side, from the server side, that time you can create methods in your Spring Boot, and then it will be called by some communication framework. That's called as a suppose Postman. We use a Postman. If you want to get some data from the Spring Boot, that time you will use a get method. You will call get method from the Spring Boot, and then you will get a student list, and it will be show student list in your Postman. If you want to show your data to HTML file, that time uh, that time this link this postman we, we call we call we call we call we called link in a Spring Boot. This link it will be paste in your Angular or Visual Studio Code. In a Visual Studio Code, we can there are the two there are the two sides. First is HTML, and second is a TypeScript. In a HTML file, we can add our table, and if you want to add some data using a loop, that time you can use a for loop to fill student information row by row. That is the HTML page. And in a TypeScript form, yes, suppose if you want to add some data or delete some data from browser, that time if you click if you click in your browser, there are some data in a browser. Suppose there are the three students in the browser. If you suppose you do you want to delete second number student, that time if you want then you should mention you should create delete method in your TypeScript file. That time if you click in student to button, that time it will be called some method, is it will be mentioned in your TypeScript format. And if you want to store the some data, if you want to store updated data, that time you should use MySQL for security purpose. uh, that is that all about the CRUD operations. CRUD operation, it means the create a database or create a data table, then read it will be read some data. It will be it you can say view mode. Then update, if you want to update some data, that time you can change, you can update command like ng g update, then if you want to delete student data, that time you can delete it. That's all about the CRUD operations. Thank you.